Welcome to the Best Friend Life channel. My name is Ross Grossman, and I'm going to be your guide. I'm going to be your guru. I'm going to be your Sherpa, who's going to help guide you through what I hope is going to be a new way of looking at yourself and at your life. What the hell am I talking about? Most of us run through life in a very inelegant, ineffective way. We torture ourselves. I don't like the way I look. I don't like my job. I don't like my wife or my husband or my girlfriend or my boyfriend or my children. I don't like my parents. I don't like life itself. I judge myself. I judge others. I want to help you stop all that. I want to help you do something that will actually make you feel like you are your own best friend. Your own best friend. You're on an elevator. The elevator is going to the 100th floor. It is packed. There are too many people in there. They're packed like sardines. You're barely making it without your nose getting caught in the door. Somebody starts having the nerve to poke you from behind. You think, it's an accident. 20th floor, 30th floor. They're still poking you. Who has the nerve to do this? They got to know they're touching something. 50th floor, 60th floor, you're getting really angry. You're gritting your teeth. 60th floor, 70th floor, you're getting enraged. Your body is contracting. Your jaw is in a vice. By the time you get to the 100th floor, you are ready to turn around, punch out this person. You figure when these doors open, I'm going to find out who's been sticking me with this sharp stick, and I am going to let them have it. I'm just going to rip them a new one. Well, the doors open. You turn around, everyone's piling out. That stick, that person, that was a blind man. That stick was his cane. Are you as angry as you were 30 seconds ago? The answer is no. No. Boom! Anger gone. I forgot to tell you, I'm a psychotherapist. Don't hang up the phone. Historically, psychotherapy has said feelings are so important. Let's explore that feeling. But the reality is, the feeling didn't happen first. You got poked. You had an idea about what that poke meant. Then you had a feeling. Poke, thought, feeling. And then you might have had a behavior. Poke, thought, feeling, behavior. You could have slugged that guy before you saw who he was. How does we get poked in a way that makes us miserable? Our boss doesn't give us the approval we want, poke. Our spouse doesn't give us the attention we want, poke. We didn't get or achieve something that we were dreaming of, poke. And this is, I think, the universal symbol for crazy, but I'm using this as the symbol for the wheels are turning. What does it mean that my wife isn't looking at me the way I like her to look at me? What does it mean that my boss didn't acknowledge the work I just did? Our brains are engineered for survival, not for happiness. We make these meanings, question those meanings, question these theories. Thoughts are theories about reality. You could also say thoughts are stories we tell ourselves about reality. Because thoughts are in your mind and in your voice, and you're the narrator, they seem like simply observations. My wife is a horrible bitch. My son is a ungrateful jerk. I'm a total loser. Or my bank account is low, so I'm useless. These are all stories, theories, thoughts. You have a narrator in your head, and that narrator is not 100% reliable. Your brain is engineered for survival, not for happiness. Over the hundreds of thousands of years of evolution, the ones who didn't worry about danger and didn't worry about survival died out. And the ones who were more worried, anxious, scared, they tended to live and have children. After hundreds of thousands of years of that, we have generally inherited those brains. And that leaves us with survival thinking. Where's the danger? How can I torture myself so other people don't torture me. That's what we're left with. So we still have these impulses built into our neuronal circuits. We're still looking for danger. We're still looking for threat. So that's why your brain is not reliable. It's just what we've inherited. And that's where what I call best friend thinking comes in. Best friend thinking is where you start to question the thoughts produced by your brain. I tell you folks, this is as close as we're ever going to come to magic. You can reduce your suffering. And the way to do that is through what I'm calling best friend thinking. Thinking like your own best friend. The brain that I've referred to as survival brain, that is worst enemy thinking. Best friend thinking says, hold on, where's the evidence? Science says, hey, you've got a theory, let's test it. Let's look for evidence for it, but let's also look for evidence against it. Where's the evidence that my wife doesn't love me simply because she's angry right now? Where's the evidence that I'm a loser just simply because I'm losing right now? The next step, of course, is answering those questions. Let's look for evidence. And most of the time, you're going to find less extreme, but more reasonable and more effective thoughts. And I'm going to try and help you through this series of videos, how to reduce your upset back to regular, everyday concern. And in the process, make you more effective so that you can actually start to take steps and actions towards change. Part of the reason that we don't change is we condemn ourselves so heavily that we get additional problems on top of the original problem. Now we're depressed. Now we're lethargic. Now we're apathetic. Now we're sad, beyond sad, that we can't actually even tackle the original problem. Best friend thinking first starts with the emotions. Change the theory, change the emotion, change the behavior. So I hope this is giving you an idea of where we're going to be going in this series, and I'm really excited. This is life-changing, and there's people who are genuinely suffering. They don't have these tools available to them, and they're stuck. I'm really moved that we have the ability, I have the ability here to get this message out to more than just the people who come into my office. So I want to welcome you and encourage you to stick with this. And please absolutely comment or send questions. You may have suggestions for specific problems you'd like me to talk to you about or to give you some solutions for. Remember, this isn't psychotherapy. What we're doing here, this is me hanging out, giving you some good information, and hopefully changing your life. So thank you all for hanging in with me this far, and be sure to comment below. Check my links, and looking forward to seeing you again.